Hello my friends and welcome back to the channel. Now is this the ultimate retro style Captain America for your 1/6 scale collection? Today we're diving into the Captain Action Captain America uniform set. Whether you're a fan of the legendary 1966 Ideal toy line or just love high quality vintage aesthetics for your 1/6 scale figures, this set is a fascinating piece of history. Let's break it down, the build and accessories, and whether it holds up today. So let's get started. Before I get into it, let me briefly explain that Captain Action is the original interchangeable superhero figure. This release from round 2 was among many of the modern successors that followed Ideal, who was the original creator of Captain Action. This figure and his accessories captures that specific retro kitsch while providing a great display piece for 1/6 scale collectors today. Now, let's go ahead and check out the packaging on this particular set. And don't worry, I'm going to go ahead and put him on a 1/6 scale figure and we're going to check him out to see what he looks like. Here we have Marvel Comics, Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty. And then you get this great artwork of a comic, right, with Captain America. Captain Action, here is, and it's right here, here's the logo. It says Classic Covers, 1/6 scale uniform and equipment for Captain Action. And you get to see the set right in here. Here on the side, great image of Captain America. Here on the side it says bonus, includes 4 classic cover cards. We're going to find out what that is. And then let's check out the back here. It says here, Captain Action is the original superhero action figure and the master of disguise. With a quick change into the red, white, and blue uniform, he becomes the Sentinel of Liberty, Captain America. An experimental test to create a super soldier during World War II transformed a weak military reject into Captain America, a warrior of uncommon valor, strength, power, and agility. Right? And it says here you can also transform him. Here's Captain Action. You can also transform him into other great Marvel superheroes. And we have Spider-Man, Thor, and Iron Man. So, let's go ahead and pop it open and let's take a look and see what else is in there. Okay, let's go ahead and begin by taking a look at, it says, 4 classic cover cards. These are super cool. Look at that. Like little comics, but it's just a card, right? Just take a look at that, man. Just look at that, guys. Isn't that cool? Here's one. Here's another one. Wow. Those are cool. Wow. Here's another one. All right? Let's take a look at that. And here's the last one. Wow, these are great. I'm going to display these somehow. There they are. Let's take a look at the uniform set here. And we'll take a look at the gloves, right? Here are the gloves, right? They fit in the hand. If I can get them in his hand, right? That ought to be cool. Here's the other one. That'd be cool. And here are his boots, right? Here's the first boot. Cool. Here's the other boot. Pretty cool. Here is his belt. Right. Let's check this out. See if I can get this out. There it is. Nice belt. Let's take a look at his shield. Wow, take a look at that. I'm curious to see how this is going to attach. I'll be curious to see. Here is the figure here. Well, the uniform. Here is the mask piece. Right? And then just take a look at how beautiful this uniform is, guys. Wow. Very nice. Very cool. Yeah, he's going to look super cool. Let me go ahead and put it on a figure, and we'll display him. Okay, I went ahead and grabbed this Captain Action here, but I think it might be a little off because this uniform set is by round 2, and I think that this figure here is plain Mantis because the gloves, I guess, are supposed to pop in here, sort of like this, and I think the hands might be different on these figures here as opposed to the other ones. Another issue that I'm seeing here is this shield does not have the straps to hold it in place here, so I'm gonna have to fabricate some 3D printed ones here to get it in there for him to hold. But let's get the mask on him, see if we can get that done at least. Let's see here, unless it doesn't fit him, but it should. He is a Captain Action, right? Let's see. It's a little tough, but here it is, right there. There he is. There it is. Let me. Oh, the chin's got it going all the way. Let's see. I may have to soften this mask a little bit to put it on him, but yeah, there it is. Alright, there it is. Let me go ahead and work on this, and then we will bring him back. Well, here he is, all decked out and ready to go. I have an Action Man, I'm not an Action Man, a Captain Action figure that's underneath here. Since there are different manufacturers of the uniform and the actual figure, so there was some issues as far as the gloves not fitting, because I don't want to pop these off to stick the glove on him. And there's no little pin or anything to hold that glove in place, so I'm just not going to risk it. But my shield didn't come with a handle for him to hold, so I 3D printed these little brackets here to hold it in place, and there it is. But let's take a look at the uniform. There's the shield. It's real nice. Super cool. There's the head sculpt or the mask underneath there. You can see as a figure. There's the cool uniform. Look at that. Beautiful. He just looks outstanding. The boots are great. And let me get this shield off of him. There it is. And get these off so we can get a better look at the figure. Okay, here we go. Again, head sculpt, real nice. This uniform, the colors just pop on it. It's just great. Just the red, white, and blue, the belt goes all the way around. The pants are there. It's all one suit, but still, the boots are cool. Look at that. And check out his articulation. Again, it is an Action Man, sort of like the G.I. Joe. You know, it's got great articulation, you know. And I'm going to go ahead and get the shield back on him and show him off. And here I have him displayed with a couple of my G.I. Joes here, the MP and the pilot here. Just here for them to see how he displays. And he'll display really well in the collection. I'll put him in with the rest of my Captain Action. I didn't want to get him out, but I have the Buck Rogers and I have the Ming the Merciless and a couple other ones. And he's going to go in there pretty cool. He'll be in there with the rest of them. Yeah, look at that. Same size. He's going to display very nice in there. Let me know in the comments. What do you think of this Captain America? And he's pretty cool. I think he's alright. Well, that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed my little look at the this uniform set from Captain Action, which is the Captain Action, Captain America, right? Uniform set. So, he looks pretty cool. Displayed with some of the little comics cards that I got. And it also came with this little thing here from years ago. Either way, let me know in the comments. What do you think, right? Again, thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. I invite you to do so. It's free and it helps the channel to continue to grow. And also give me a like. And turn on notifications so that you get alerted every time that I drop a video. Again, thank you so much for watching. So let's add to the action with Action Joe Figs.